And that boy in there saying, "Go Falcons." That's how you know football's close. Even Falcons fans done made it to the show. Hey, bro, you're more than welcome, bro. You're more than welcome. Because I can't wait till we beat that ass. I hope you hear then. Hey, it's another episode, man. It's another Sunday. HTM Live right here on YouTube. Hold the Mayo on YouTube. Check me out. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. YouTube. Obviously right here, home of HTM Live. Facebook. HTM Live's also on Apple and Spotify. And then also check us out on Twitch. Not Twitch. Discord. I got a whole Discord, a whole little community in the Discord. Nola Boy dropped the Discord link. And then, I'm also on Twitch as well, playing video games like EA College Football, Call of Duty, and shit like that. This show is presented by Burkhardt AC Heating, Generators, and Electrical. So if you have any problems with any of those things, make sure you give Burkhardt the call, 985-626-7741. Longtime sponsor, Hold the Mayo. So if you're doing anything with any of those things, AC, heating, generators, electrical, make sure you deal with Burkhardt. You'll know right when you talk to them how they linked up with me. You see what I'm saying? I knew them before they were sponsoring me, grew up knowing them. When it comes to this profession, they the best. They got the most expert technicians in the state, bro, at Burkhardt. 985-626-7741 or burkhartsair.com. If you fall on your ass, you get hurt on the job, you got to hit up the Compman, 504-838-8883. Or if you don't like talking on the phone, www.compman.com. The workers' compensation system, it's tricky. It's bad enough you're injured. Bad enough you got an injury, you can't work. You don't want to have to deal with like all these meticulous laws and shit like that. The Compman knows all that stuff. All over Louisiana, no matter where you're at, hit up the Compman, 504-838-8883 or www.compman.com. Also presented by Blue Plate Mayo. And this is simple, man. Buy local, buy Blue Plate Mayo. They've been here for you since 1927. Yo, what's happening? Before I start answering the phone, the River Parish trash line, I do want to talk. Look, I'm gonna be as genuine and authentic about this as possible. I've been doing this show for 5 years, this call-in show. I have never, ever mentioned a ticket raffle. I've never mentioned a ticket raffle on social media, period. Ever. Think about how many people have talked about this, that, the other. So I've never done any of that. But I'm about to mention a ticket raffle. GNO Sports. The people who got me with The Rock, when I interviewed The Rock, they got me with the UFC media. They handle all the big events, sporting events that come down here in New Orleans. They got a ticket raffle. And to be honest with you, when they first asked me to do it, I was like, I really don't do that, blah, 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 blah. But they've helped me out so much that why not? It's the least I can do. And when they told me what the benefit was for the people, wait till you hear this shit. So let me start with this. There's a grand prize, one winner for this raffle, okay? The entries are $100 each. $100. $100's the new 20 in this economy. Just remember that. There's only 2,500 raffle tickets that can be bought, that are available for purchase. And all the money goes towards bidding on events to come to New Orleans. So like UFC 318, for example. Shit like that. That right there makes me like this, okay? The winner selected on August 24th, 2025. This is what the grand prize winner is going to win. Okay, so whoever wins out of the 2,500 people that do the raffle, this is what you're going to win. You ready for this? You can write it down. Saints 2025-2026 regular season tickets. Pelicans 2025-26 regular season tickets. LSU football 2025 season tickets. LSU men's basketball season tickets. LSU women's basketball season tickets. LSU gymnastics, motherfucker, you like gymnastics? Season tickets. LSU 2026 baseball season tickets. Tulane Green Wave 2025 football season tickets. Tulane men's basketball season tickets. Tulane women's basketball season tickets. Tulane 2026 baseball season tickets. They're going to give you 2026 Zurich Classic passes to the Zurich Classic. The All-State Sugar Bowl, you'd be in there. 2000, dude, it's insane. 2025 New Orleans Bowl VIP passes. NOLA Gold Rugby 2026 season tickets. UNO 2026 baseball season tickets. UNO 2025-2026 men's and women basketball season tickets, bro. That's what you win. So best of luck to you. You can go to gnosports.com/win to enter the raffle. It's $100. And yeah, I hope you win. I really do. Spread quarters, River Parish Trash Line.
Yo, what's up, Mayo?
Yo, what's happening?
It's Kuya on cam, man.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Dude, this was a rough fucking week, man.
It was.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I mean, Hulk and Ozzy, dude. I mean, we're just talking about like two legends in their own regard. And both, I mean, I think like, you know, metal music would not have gotten as mainstream as it did without Black Sabbath. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't even like, you know what I'm saying? I don't listen to metal every month or nothing like that. But like, if you know anything about it, you know about Black Sabbath.
But that's, you know, the crazy part, dude, is that like, even if you don't listen to it, you hear all their shit all the time.
Right. And that's,
I mean, that's how crazy that is. I mean, it's, you know,
and that's a lot of the music that people consider some of the greatest music of all time. It has that type of effect that you're just talking about. You may not even know that you listen to Black Sabbath, but you constantly hear it, even in 2025. I mean, as years go by, it's hard for anything to stay relevant, but a lot of Black Sabbath did.
And with fucking Hogan, dude, I mean, that's another one where it's like, one could argue wrestling would not have gotten to where it was without him.
I mean, he was the first big international star to come out of wrestling. That's a fact. That happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever hear him talk? You hear him talk about his appearance in Rocky 3. You know he only got paid $14,000 for that to appear in that. After that, dude, trust me, he was never short on a check again. I can promise you that.
Well, I saw the poll. It was, you think he's like the biggest to come out of WWE? My answer right now is yes. I think like, you know, you got Cena and Rock like right there, you know? But I mean, that handlebar mustache, dude, I mean, you know who that is what I'm saying, you know?
And look, Hogan did what Rock and Cena did before he put the blueprint out for that. You know what I'm saying? The crossing over thing to Hollywood and all that stuff. But here's the main thing about Hulk Hogan. Out of all three of those guys, he really made his popularity and his mark as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like before social media, before all the phones and everything like that, dude, 100,000 motherfuckers were filling up the arena to see Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant, you know?
Yeah. Besides that, though, man, I saw you were at Saints training camp this week.
I was, man. I went the other day. Very hot, obviously, it always is. But yeah, no, I loved it, man. I got to see what's going on. The offense is in the preliminary stages of figuring this shit out. I could tell you that. No doubt about it. They're going to need every training camp they can get. They need to do two-a-days, to be honest with you, but you know how the NFL is now.
Well, to be honest with you, I feel like at least for me, I kind of expected this. Like, I knew going into the season, like, you know, we didn't really know a lot. We don't know what kind of coach Kellen Moore is going to be. We don't even know who the quarterback week 1 is going to be. It's a lot of question marks, but I mean, the one guarantee is that this is going to be a long fucking season, man.
And an unpredictable one. And an unpredictable one. Maybe the most unpredictable one that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, because I think that, like, you could argue, like, oh, well, whole new coaching staff and a new offense, like, maybe we win the division. And then the other side of it is, like, we might get fucking 3 wins. Maybe. And I don't know. I mean, as a Saints fan, I'm glad we got out of the whole DA shit and the whole Derek Carr. That's what I'm relieved about. But what I'm not looking forward to is the constant media takeover on who's going to be the quarterback and all this other shit. I'll tell you one thing, dude. I think we need another receiver. I don't know how you feel, but I'm tired of seeing fucking Mason Tipton's name on my social media, dude. I'm tired of seeing that dude.
That's history did that to you. History did that to you. They've done this in camp with a different guy that never really shows out in the regular season for like what feels like, and it probably is the last 15 years. I mean, we remember that one of the guys that used to do this with every single camp was Tommy Lee Lewis. They fucking did it every fucking training camp. I heard about Tommy Lee Lewis, how good he was in training camp, blah, 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 and it never truly correlated. So we'll see. I mean, look, I don't wish anybody to suck for the Saints, but yeah, I mean, I said this months ago. We got a bunch of horse jockeys at receiver, bro. A bunch of small guys, man.
Well, real quick before I let you go, is there something that, like, I don't know, like you saw that was, looking good, or was it all just
I'm gonna let you go just because it's been a long call, but I will comment on that. All right, brother.
All right.
Just keep in mind the time of the calls. But yeah, no, something that stood out. The defense looks good. Stutzman, a lot of hype about Stutzman. Stutzman looks good. Stutzman looks like he wants to make game-changing plays. The kid Quincy Riley out of Louisville, the corner. That's another guy that I thought looked pretty good for being a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 rookies right there that I could say, hey, man, just in a few days of training camp, look pretty good. Spread quarters.
Hey, Devin, dude, that prize list for that raffle is longer than a fucking Walmart line. Whoever wins that thing better be retired to be able to $10 to say you win.
I can't believe it. I had to ask my girl Amy, who handles all that. I was like, is this real? Like, is this one winner? That's it. And they went all that shit. I mean, it's incredible.
That's crazy. I just want to echo the caller before with it being a bad week. Junior Edwards died too, the guy from Swamp People who, that show did a lot for New Orleans. Hulk Hogan died, Ozzy Osbourne. Like, every time one of these legends dies, this country gets more pussified.
And Bill Cosby's son, Theo Huxtable. Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner. He died trying to save his daughter, in some water in Costa Rica. I mean, it was an outrageous week for TV deaths. I mean, these not just like, oh, it's a wrestler, a musician, and an actor. I mean, these are people really on TV in the 80s, like huge stars.
You grew up with them.
Yeah, huge star. I didn't. I was born in 92, but obviously, you watch this stuff even in the 90s.
But, Ozzy Osbourne was known for biting the head off of that, and we left with fucking Coldplay, whose claim to fame is some dude got caught banging his mistress at their concert. I'd rather go to a Barry Manilow concert than Coldplay. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne headlined the Voodoo Music Fest in 2015, which was actually on Halloween Day. Could you imagine Coldplay or some other bullshit band headlining the Voodoo Music Fest in New Orleans on Halloween?
Okay, first of all, anytime I hear Voodoo Fest, I get pissed because if there's one fest that New Orleans should have kept, it was Voodoo Fest. It was the best festival in New Orleans history, in my opinion. Way better than
Absolutely.
Jazz Fest. What? I'm sorry. These guys suck Jazz Fest's dick every year. I'm sorry, bro. Voodoo Fest was better.
Absolutely. Devin, I don't know why they don't bring it back.
Because they soft. That's just the truth.
Yeah, but like I said, the country's getting softer with all these legends guys. I mean, who are they going to get to headline Voodoo Fest now? Who would they get? Who would you want to headline Voodoo Fest?
I mean, I'm sure we could draw up a nice list to headline Voodoo Fest. I'm bad at thinking on the spot like that, but I'm sure the chat will help. We could headline a nice list.
Alice Cooper would probably be a decent one.
I think we could do a whole fire-ass lineup. I mean, think about it, bro. I mean, look, dude, rock music is still around. It's not like it's gone. And it don't have to necessarily be rock. I mean, I went to Voodoo one year and saw Travis Scott, and it kind of just made sense. I got to be honest. It made sense.
Well, Devin, the thing that was good about Voodoo Music Fest is they had several different genres that appealed to different variety of people, not just one thing, which was great.
Yeah, and it was in City Park. And I don't know, it's just something about, because I live close to the area, and it's something about like just being in my backyard, hearing Voodoo Fest. Even if I wasn't there, just hearing it from my backyard, it was fire. There was nothing like it. So anyway, fuck whoever decided to shut that down. I get shutting something down during COVID. The whole world was shut down, whatever. To not bring it back by now is insanely gross.
I completely agree. I tell everybody I know that ain't from New Orleans that wants to come to New Orleans, I tell them come down for Halloween because the weather's great. There's a lot of shit to do. Even when I was at Voodoo Music Fest, but that is a great time to be down in New Orleans.
It truly is. All right, so what's your opinion? What's your opinion on the poll, bro? Is Hulk Hogan the biggest icon wrestling ever seen?
I think he's the one that really put it on a map. I mean, you got some icons, but I don't think as big as he was up until that time for sure. You had the Von Erichs and you had, the Iron Sheik and those guys there, but nobody was really as big as Hulk Hogan. I
agree, bro. All right, appreciate the call, dude.
All right, have a good Happy Red Beans and Mayo Monday tomorrow, brother.
All right, my brother. Thank you, man.
All
right. I see some comments in the chat already about who could headline Voodoo Fest. Suicide Boys. I mean, that is so facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do so many different elements of music in there, but yeah, definitely Suicide Boys. Spread quarters.
Yo, Devin.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, well, I tried getting to you last week after the fights, bro, but I really couldn't.
Yeah, no, it's all good. What you got on your mind?
Man, I joked with you for a minute in front of Dave and Buster's with my partner.
Oh yeah, good time, bro. For real, I was loaded as a file cabinet for sure.
Hey, them other two boys was too, bro. I think your partner stole my partner's fucking cigarette pack.
Oh really? Yeah, you talking about the one that was really loaded?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I wouldn't have gave him a piece of gum.
Stole it from
if
the
I
bigger
was
boy.
You. Yeah,
you know
I wouldn't have gave him a piece of gum if I was you, brother. That was your first mistake.
I don't smoke them like that.
Yeah,
I don't buy them. I just smoke them.
Yeah. So,
but bro, I just want to talk to you, bro. My section, I could see you from the bottom. You were sitting there 1-on-1. I could see you. You told me.
Yeah.
What was you saying to Brendan Allen, bro? In between round 1 and 2.
I'm not sure.
You look fired up, partner.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I know that it was very important, not just to me, but to Brendan Allen to win that fight. And Brendan Allen, I'm not gonna complain for him or anything like that. He got dealt a bad hand for that card. He should have been on the main card, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Him and Vittori had
main card fucking.
Him and Vittori had real beef. It should have been on the main card. He should have got to do the press conference, whatever. But you know what I love about Brendan Allen? He never complained about it. He went out there one fight in a night and won the fight.
Fucking right,
and
dude.
I love, and my favorite thing about it was his post-fight interview. He let everybody know, and you could tell it came straight from his heart. He let everybody know, dude, I live 45 minutes away from here. I live here. I don't just come here every now and then. I live here. You know what I'm saying? So people ain't ever gonna forget Brendan Allen's name after that night, especially down here.
Fuck no. He said, I got some work to do, but I'm gonna bring a title back to you. I promise.
Facts.
Got me fucking fired up.
Me too. Straight
fired up.
Yeah, me too. Straight up.
But I was watching. I couldn't get in and talk to you, but bro, when Dustin dropped, dude, and hopped on him for that ghillie, bro, the pop in the, like you said, the pop in the fucking arena was fucking insane.
No, it was. And I think that pop won us another UFC event, in the future.
I fucking hope so, man.
It was just, you had to be there. And if you weren't there, go watch the clip. I mean, you could really feel it from the clip too. So, huge success to me. The whole event was just so awesome. Like, just hearing the sound when the next fight is up, the infamous UFC dun, dun, the infamous UFC sound. Like, bro, it's just it gives me chills, bro.
Need to see it again.
Absolutely.
But hey, so like my two partners I was with, the fat one and the one that was saying he had like 100 on a bag. The fat one, that motherfucker was asleep through the whole prelims, bro.
Damn.
He was real turned.
Yeah, that couldn't be me, brother. I just love that shit so much.
100 on the bag. Guess what he was at? Kicked out the arena.
Damn. Well, my buddy.
That motherfucker made his way to the ground floor, bro.
My buddy
watching.
My buddy got kicked out too. My buddy got kicked out too. I knew he was gonna though. He actually, when he showed up earlier that morning, he's like, "Dude, I'm getting arrested tonight." And I was like, "That's so, so weird."
Yeah,
but he did get arrested. So God bless him.
Dude didn't get arrested though. He just got put out the arena, and then I don't know where he went after that.
All right, look, I gotta go because we a little long. But anything else you got on your mind?
Look, you was talking about Voodoo and like Hulk Hogan. Voodoo should still exist. Suicide Boys could headline it any year. Hulk Hogan, the only one I see besides him as like the biggest icon is Macho Savage. That's about it. But
all right, my brother. Well, look, I'm gonna let you go. Take care, man.
Yeah, I love Clyde Edwards, bro. I love him.
All right, you better, bro. That's good, man. New year, new you.
I fucking love him.
All right, dude.
Yeah, new year, new me. Yeah, I love him.
Good, man. Because Claude's look good in camp too, by the way. Claude's look good in camp today. I mean, the last few days as well. Caught a touchdown today from Shuck. Spread quarters.
Yo, Dev, how's it going, brother?
Yo, it's going. What's happening, bro?
Listen, I want to go back. Well, first off, I want to just say rest in peace, Ozzy. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. It's been a devastating week. Dude, when I heard about Ozzy, legit tears were coming down my eyes.
Yeah, Ozzy was amazing, man. He just one-of-a-kind human. Really was. Just a one-of-a-kind character, dude. Just amazing, man.
Yeah, man. I live here on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, and my dad saw Ozzy and Metallica at the Coliseum in Biloxi. He said it was the best concert he's ever been to, man.
I mean, it had to be. It had to be.
Dude.
I mean, that's the type of shit that makes me want to go back in time and just be there to see what it was like.
Dude, yeah. But, dude, yeah, it's insane. But speaking of Metallica, dude, Voodoo Fest, Metallica, that would be nuts.
I mean, it would have been nuts in like 99. I don't know about now. I don't know. You know, one thing that Metallica kind of did that rubbed me wrong the way I really don't want to boost them up too much. I just hated what they did when fucking Napster was hot, bro. When Napster was hot and everybody was downloading the music and shit, and how Metallica, and I get it, bro. Like, protect your music, whatever. But they were really the only ones who were so like gung-ho about it. By the way, streaming wound up eventually coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should have been. You got to let technology run its course to where people can figure this shit out. They went and sued. They the reason why you can't fucking have a music song on in the background. Say I'm taking a piss in the bathroom, right? And they got music on in the bathroom, Metallica's the reason why my video gets flagged. And I don't care about the music in the bathroom. I'd like to take a piss and you could just let the sound of seashells go. You know, I don't give a fuck. But Metallica went out their way to where shit like that. Like, bro, I'm going to take a piss. Oh, my bad. Alicia Keys is playing in the bathroom. Why does my video get flagged? Like, that's Metallica.
Yeah. But I heard that I saw today that they were thinking about playing at that Sphere in Las Vegas.
Oh, I thought that they already did. I feel like they've been talking about that, huh? I don't know. I just found out about the Sphere 2 years ago.
I want to go back to last week's show about the Pixar movies. I don't know why. Incredibles 1 and 2, top 3 movie of all time.
You putting Incredibles 1 and 2 in your top 3?
Yes.
You see where I got a problem with that.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because you can't put a 1 and a 2 in the top 3, bro. Like, I get one of them. You can't put a 1. You sound like Nola Boy right now. Like, Nola Boy put Cars 1 and 2 in his top 5. You just can't do that. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Too many bangers.
Yeah. Well, all right, Dad. I'm going to get out of here.
All right, brother.
It's nice talking to you, man.
All right, good talking to you. Who that? Yeah, man. Fucking Metallica. They the fucking... But you know what? All good things come to an end. Napster was a good thing. LimeWire was a good thing. I feel bad for people who never experienced that, bro. Sprite quarters.
Flute player Phil. Rest in peace to the Hulkster.
Thank you for that, flute player Phil. Flute player Phil, you know, he only brings out his flute on special occasions now, and we're better one. And also, don't forget, flute player Phil played an Ozzy song not even a year ago on his flute. People call it a pre-quarter, but you know, it's a flute. Spread quarters.
Yo, what's that, Dev? How we doing, bro?
Doing all right, bro. I hear you in my left ear only, but, you know, doing good.
This is better?
Are you on Apple things?
Nah, I'm on my phone.
Okay. All right. What's up, man?
But real quick, because I want to talk more football, but I had a UFC question for you because I don't really know too much about it. I had happened to catch the bantamweight. I don't know. It said it was live. I'm pretty sure it was. One of those mountain dudes fighting. But
Shara
not
Bullet?
allowed to, like, use their... Say again?
It was Shara Bullet that you watched, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It was like a bantamweight.
Big old head. Big old head looked like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Yeah, like ugly face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him.
Are they not allowed to, like, use their feet to hold the fence? Because the ref kept coming over there and, like, knocking their feet off. Not all the time, but sometimes. Is that, like, a rule? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you can't use the fence to get up, period. And
like, he had him down on the ground and was, like, holding him from the back.
You can't put your toes in the fence. You see what I'm saying? Now, you can push off of it if you need to. You can't put your toes in the fence. And, of course, you can't put...
he was using it to hold on for some reason. I guess to get, like, leverage, I'm sure.
Right. You can't use your hands to get up. I mean, we see it all the time. They always try, but, I mean, the refs are pretty good about calling it out.
I mean, yeah, this dude was slapping his feet off the wall. But anyway, real quick, because no one's even talked about it yet, I'm really surprised. How about shout out to Jimmy Graham, first off, because he is really a big reason that I feel like tight ends are utilized now. Like, of course, there was Antonio Gates and all them, but him, when he was in his prime, and him and Drew are unstoppable, like, that's a big piece. And then, again, the GOAT, man, because this kid was like my hero, Tyrann Mathieu, bro.
Yeah.
At LSU, I'll never forget being in there, watching him take it 92 fucking yards back, really win the game himself against Arkansas to send us to the SEC championship.
Yeah.
And then I was
I'm glad
I was at prom in high school, and everyone's fucking watching that instead of dancing or watching the SEC championship, and he fucking returns a touchdown back in that game, and then almost does it again and jukes out 10 people. It was just must see.
I'm glad you brought it up because, yeah, lost in the sauce with all the deaths that happened this past week. But, yeah, what a got to be honest, very surprised about the Tyrann Mathieu retirement. Didn't really expect it. You know, the haters will say that he was, you know, declining, blah, 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 blah. Didn't expect him to retire this year. So that was crazy news. And that's kind of what kicked off the week because, you know, Ozzy died. Tyrann Mathieu retired. Of course, Jimmy Graham retired as a Saint. Shout out Jimmy Graham. Yes, one of my favorite Saints of all time, Jimmy Graham. Seriously, I think I'm comfortable putting him in my top 5, maybe. You know, I'd have to sort it out, but top 5 favorite Saints.
St. Aug, though, too.
Yeah, and then when it comes to Tyrann Mathieu, just like the epitome of a Louisiana legend in every single way. I mean, dating back to LSU, his comeback to the Saints, you know, it was beautiful. It was beautifully written, and wish we could have
kicked off and it, like motivating him, and Patrick Peterson taking him under his wing. It's just
which made me like him more when they kicked him off for smoking weed and all that shit. Like, it made me like him even more because, you know, who doesn't smoke weed? Who hasn't smoked? Who young hasn't dabbled with some weed? Like, if you didn't, no problem. Like, you know, good for you. But the percentages got to be high of kids in college who tried weed, you know, and this guy was getting ridiculed for this shit. I mean, got sent home and shit. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And then he embarrassed Joe Oliva the next year and fucking donated $1 million and had to go shake his hand on the field when he got his big contract or whatever year that was. So that was funny. But were you at? I was at the camp today, Dev. Were you?
I wasn't at camp today. No, I was there. I was there the day that Hulk died because that's when I got the news that Hulk Hogan had died. Yep. I was actually at Saints camp, and somebody behind me said, "Oh my God, Hulk Hogan just died." And then my boy Renato also, he had told me too.
Well, I don't know. I want to know what you're thinking, but I saw in that 3-4 defense today. I mean, that shit looked impressive.
Yeah, the defense looks good, dude. Even like. But what's so tough about it is how good is our offense, right? So, to where we can, but it's all good. I mean, all this stuff will work itself out, and the wins and losses will show you. But yeah, man, Stutzman, love how he looks. But I was really high on him anyway, especially after we had drafted him and where we drafted him at. You know, I thought it was super fire scenario. And then Quincy Riley, bro, like the corner. I mean, it looks like he's ready to make some plays. So, yeah, man. And you don't have Tyrann no more. So Justin Reed's really going to have to step up. You know, I'd like to see what the D-lines. Brzee looked pretty good. I think Brzee looks he looks a year better, you know?
Yeah, the D-line was impressive to me.
I want to see him when the pads get on and stuff, because we're going to have to get a pass rush, bro. At the end of the day, when I say we got to get a pass rush, we got to actually get to the quarterback. So many years that we've almost gotten to the quarterback. I mean, look, I'm excited about Chase Young, but I don't want to see a bunch of almost got theirs. Almost got theirs. They don't pay well. You know what I'm saying?
Not good enough.
No, it's not. So let's see if we can get to the quarterback. That would be fucking fantastic.
For real. And then, but if this O-line, if they look that bad, dude, like, I see us losing games where we don't give up 20, but we only score like 3-7 or maybe 10.
Yeah, we're gonna look. And I get it. If you start out kind of flat like that because you're trying to figure shit out, okay, no problem. But dude, I don't want to see this team just getting a couple field goals in a game come week 8. You know what I'm saying? Come week 7.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we're not going to do that again because that means that we get nowhere. That means that we need a full-blown roster overhaul. You know how this is going to go if it goes like that.
I know. And the last thing, and I'll let you go because I want to clear it up for you. I read a comment today, and a lot of people had liked it. I think it was under one of Nick Underhill's videos. He said, "Show looks like Carr," and he just lost the ball.
Brother,
like he has a big arm.
I'm going to tell you, man. Look, let it all play out, and I don't want to speak too soon, but y'all crowned this boy over some oysters, and I just thought that was blasphemous in itself. Y'all crowned this boy over eating some oysters, and I was just blown away by that because he hadn't played football yet. I watched Shuck the other day. I only went one day. I watched Shuck. Dude, I cannot believe you mentioned Derek Carr because he throws the ball away like Derek Carr. I'm talking about back of the end zone, all of that. And I get it. You're young. You want to make the right decision. Technically, that is the right decision. Bad timing to be doing that. We just dealt with that for 2 years. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It looks like they was holding the ball way too long. So that's one thing I noticed. And look, Spencer Rattler had the same issue with the holding the ball too long.
Yeah, I saw that today from him too, to be fair. Yeah, I saw a lot of throwaways from Spencer.
When I went, the day that I went, Jake Hayner looked the best. But this is not news to us. He does this every training camp. You know, Jake Hayner looked the best out of all the quarterbacks. He went and did his presser. He was extremely confident. He knows that everybody's writing him off, blah, 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 etc. We cannot forget about when Jake Hayner started last year. It's unforgettable. It's unforgettable. So he would have to really go off for us to, just forget about that, dude. It just is what it is. That's football, bro.
Yeah, I know. The one lights come on. But yeah, I'll clear it up for you, bro.
All right, brother.
Who that? Honey Badger forever. Go Tigers.
All right, who that, man? Go Tigers. Yeah, man. Honey Badger retires, bro. I can't believe I even got this far on the show without even talking about that. But wow. Wow, man. What a run. What a Louisiana legend. You could say so many things about Tyrann Mathieu, but, I mean, the epitome of a Louisiana, New Orleans legend, bro. Spread quarters.
Yo, Mayo. It's Nola Boy, brother.
Yo, what's up, Nola Boy?
All right, brother. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, bro. One of my most favorite musicians of all time.
Well, you're 14. How does that
Hulk
work?
Hogan,
How does
one
that?
of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Can we stop on Ozzy? How you're 14?
And it's just sad. It's just sad.
Nola Boy, can you hear me? No, you can't. Nola Boy, call me back, bro. I don't know what's going on. Did you plug in Apple headphones or some shit like that? Because I don't know. I guess you couldn't hear me. Nola Boy said one of his favorite musicians of all time. He's 14. But I tell you what, I play Xbox, Call of Duty with Nola Boy. This motherfucker knows everything. He knows everything. He really does, bro. He knows everything, bro. He knows shit from the 80s and I mean, he's a fucking whiz, bro. Nola Boy, call me back. He's an old soul. That's right. That's what Nola Boy is. Anyway, going back to the Hulk Hogan shit real quick. First of all, the internet's always going to internet. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I've been a huge wrestling fan my entire life. I watched wrestling. That was the first thing I watched that I remember consciously watching, even before football. The internet definitely was way extra this past week. Dude, I understand. And look, dude, if I was a black person, bro, I would fucking probably have a problem with Hulk Hogan too. I'm just going to be real with you. But motherfuckers die. You know what I'm saying? Any type of grace whatsoever for what he did in wrestling is the very least you can do. That's the way I feel about it. All the people who hate on Hulk Hogan, most of them are not wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? So I get that part. They're not wrestling fans. If you're a wrestling fan and you hating on Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan wasn't even my favorite wrestler. He wasn't even in my top 5 favorite. I've listed my top 5 on this show so many times. Dude, he's not even in my top 5 favorite wrestlers. But I can acknowledge, despite the shittiness that he's done outside of wrestling, I can acknowledge that this dude was a fucking pioneer for wrestling. Simply put. Huge pioneer for wrestling, bro. The disrespect was just insane, but it's also at the same time, wasn't wrestling fans. I think most wrestling fans understand that Hulk Hogan was like the reason that wrestling was elevated, man. It's just true. Spread quarters. Hello? I don't know what's going on with the phone right now. I might have a problem. But yeah, my top 5 wrestlers, I mean, I've said it. I mean, Stone Cold is 1, 2 is Rock, 3 is Taker, 4, I'd probably put Ric Flair, and then 5, I'd probably put Kurt Angle. That's my top 5. Spread quarters. Hello? I don't know what's going on. Let me read some of these super chats. Uncle Lester Camp, HCM, big fan. Thanks for being live. Do you recommend Saints season ticket holders enrolled pay as we go for Superdome playoff tickets this year? Or should we support Gail by paying in full now? Brother, I wish I could relate to having that problem. I would not do that. You know, I'm buying them game by game. I'm buying them tickets game by game, bro. Game by game for me, dude. That's just the situation we in. Spread quarters. Dude. Who keeps calling and not fucking talking, bro? Like, Popeye's Dry Best. Mayo pretty much made an excuse for Hulk Hogan being a racist. No, that's not an excuse. I'm talking about Hulk Hogan as a wrestler and the impact he made. So no, that's not what I did. But I've already, Popeye, you've been in here for a while, in the chat for a while. We know how you are. You like to do this. Spread quarters. All right, I guess the phone's done for the night. Unless somebody's probably spamming it. Spread quarters. Hello? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the phone. Yeah, I just think that, no, there's no excuse for that. And I definitely said that he has shitty qualities. I said the shittiness of what he did outside of wrestling. I mean, I acknowledge that. The guy died. Motherfucker, how much do you care? That's one thing I question with the internet. How much do people really care about what they be bitching about? I get to care in the moment. I get the idea of not liking him after the fact of him doing that in his personal life and saying that. But motherfucker, do you care 13 years worth? I don't believe you do. I got to be honest, Mr. Popeye. I don't believe you do. So that's just my opinion, and that's the thing about the world. The world has opinions, bro. I mean, if you look at guys like Mr. T, if you look at guys like Devon Dudley, these guys have spoke on this subject and have put it in the correct way. In my opinion, they've put it in the correct way. I'm not sitting here saying everybody makes mistakes. That's not what I'm saying, because I've never made a mistake like that. That's not what I'm saying. But if we just talking about the wrestling, the legend, Hulk Hogan, he's a fucking legend. There's no excuse being made there, dude. That's the facts. He's a legend. So whatever you want, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you entitled to whatever you think, but that is the facts. He is a wrestling legend, and he's probably the biggest one that's ever lived internationally. Spread quarters. The phone's done. Something's going on with the phone. I'm going to have to figure it out. Let's talk about how the Saints are finally going to wear pads. Well, that's what we're waiting on. We got to, because I don't really like to judge anything until they in pads. Because anybody can run around in shorts and look good and stuff like that. How do you look when you get hit? How do you look when you got dudes in pads running after you? That's the main thing. When does that start? I asked Nick Underhill, when's that start? Does that start this week? The pads? Me and Moscona, whiskey and wine. I don't think that's gonna happen. I love Moscona to death. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they might be doing without whiskey and wine this year. Maybe next year. You never know, bro. Not gonna close it out completely. They holding Fish Fry out the line. Yeah, Fish Fry tried to call first when I was doing the ads. Mayo, go to line 2, unplug and yeah, I'll try it. I think it's just getting spammed or called a lot right now at once, so it's not picking it up. But I mean, this is a problem that I've really never had, so I don't really know what's going on with the phone. I say give Rat TC, I say give Rat at least 3 games with a healthy lineup. He didn't have a chance. Yeah, he didn't. He played with a bunch of Uber drivers last year. So I'm telling you, bro, I've been saying this for a couple months now. I think when it's all said and done, I think Rattler's going to be QB1. You know, I'm not saying he'll be QB1 the entire year. We just got to see how it goes. But I think game 1, I think it's going to be Rattler, bro. I really do, bro. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I got to restart. Hold on. That is what's going on. The line's just getting... A bunch of people are trying to call at once, and it's just getting jammed up. It's only one line. Mayo, what would you do if they roll out Jake Hayner week 1? I'd be pissed. I mean, if you want to know my genuine reaction, I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed. You know, because it would just take it would take a miracle, bro. It would take a miracle for Jake Hayner, to me, to work out as the starting quarterback of this football team. He would have to show us something that we've never seen from Jake Hayner. I'm all for it, but man, that would be tough. You know, that would be tough, man. That's like going in to Winn Dixie for a rotisserie chicken and you're walking out with, like, you know, a frozen fucking Tyson chicken. It's not what we were really hoping for. So we'll see. He's very confident, though. You got to give him that. The guy's confident, bro. The press conference, he was very confident. He's smart. Jake Hayner's smart. Smart guy. So we'll see. Yeah, the phone's done for the night, but we about to be done too. Yeah, Card and Hayner would be rough. That would be a rough thing to accept for me. And that's the thing. Hayner does look good in training camp, but Hayner, anytime it's under the lights, like DJ Traum is saying in the chat, anytime it's under the lights, he just doesn't look like him. He doesn't look like him, bro. Dude, I remember when Jake Hayner first got here, bro. Like, we were pretty high on Jake Hayner. You know, remember before he got busted for the whatever it was, the PEDs or the substance or whatever happened. We were high on Jake Hayner, and even after that, even after he served that suspension, even after that, we were still pretty high on Jake Hayner. But then we had drafted Rattler. So it kind of shifted the focus on which young guy. And then we go and draft Shuck. So that leaves Jake Hayner as the third guy that we think about. It's just the truth. He's been here the longest, but he's the third guy that we think about. You know, we've been talking about this QB battle as Rattler and Shuck. We haven't even been mentioning Jake Hayner. And to be honest with you, until he had that good practice, the one I was at the other day, you couldn't have told me there was a 3-quarterback battle. But he reminded us that it is. And I'm all for it, bro. I'm all about, like, even the kid Decker. What's his name? Is it Taylor Decker? You know, you never know, bro. You never know, man. It's not like we have, like, this one quarterback that's, like, light years better than... They all pretty mid right now. It's just the truth, bro. They all pretty mid right now. So it's like, which one's going to be better than mid? Which one can be better than mid in a regular season game? You want Hayner if you need someone to do your math homework. He'd probably crush it. Hayner would crush the math homework. Hey, Deckers, bro. Maybe it's the gambling thing he had. Maybe that's why I like him a little more. But, oh yeah, the Hayner zesty picks that didn't do him that good. You know, once we saw the Hayner zesty picks, that didn't help him out. Just as far as like the image of what fans will think, because at the end of the day, bro, we see everything. So we got an opinion on everything. That's just being a fan, man. Yeah, dude, the running backs. Think about all the running backs you got right now for the Saints. You got Kamara. You got Kendre Miller, who says he's the healthiest he's felt ever. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You got Devin Neal, who you drafted. You got Cam Akers, and then you got another kid. You got another young guy too. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the phone. I'm gonna figure it out though. It's probably something stupid, dude. I probably gotta like legit unplug it, but it's all good. We already, yeah, it's going to busy. I know. It is what it is, man. The thing about this phone is you can't really buy one like it anymore. Same thing with like the Rodecaster that I use. Whenever they updated everything and new phones and new Rodecasters, this ability to like switch the phone to the Rodecaster is gone. So I got to stay on this old equipment just for now until I figure something out. Grant Seminole, when's the next All-YB pod? Man, I don't know. Last one was Alfred Payton, who I saw at UFC. Shout out Alfred. But I don't know, man. I could tell you this. I don't have one booked. You know, it's hard to get people on a time schedule. Dude, I know tons of people that, you know, y'all probably love to see on a podcast, and I'm cool with these people. It's just tough to get them on schedule with doing a podcast, you know, at my house in New Orleans. It's not easy. Or I would have had 100 episodes. Look at anything I've done in the past. I mean, if you look at the RB and R Day, look at this show. Dude, hundreds and hundreds. Like this show right here, probably over 1,000 episodes. Used to be called HTM Undress. Probably over 1,000 episodes that I've done, you know. But it's really because it's just dealing with me. You know what I'm saying? I just got to come sit here and, you know, go live. But should we just sign Uncle Lester, you paid $5 for this comment? Uncle Lester, should we just sign Carson Wentz for $3 million and at least have a chance to win some games in defense? What the hell? Uncle Lester, now what makes you think, out of everything you've seen out of Carson Wentz the last few years, that would give us a chance to win some games if the defense plays well? Carson Wentz, he's like Charles Barkley in Space Jam. He lost everything. He was an MVP candidate. He got that horrible injury, and he has not been the same since. He's like Charles Barkley in Space Jam, bro. Trust me, bro. You put him on the roster right now with the 4 quarterbacks that we got, he's going to look the worst. So, no. $5 for Carson Wentz? Brother. That's insane. That's insane work, bro. Lester, you gotta put the beer down, dude. Put the beer down, Lester. And I could have got a Wendy's 4 for $4 with that $5. Yeah, after tax, you would have been right in the perfect spot, and you spent that $5 talking about Carson Wentz. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable, dude. Could have bought a pack of Pall Malls with that $5, bro. Carson Wentz is so washed, it's not even funny, dude. It's not. It's actually not funny. It's sad. It's sad how washed Carson Wentz is at this point. All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can fix the phone so we can close out. If not, we got to close out without the phone. Give me a second. All right, that's the last trick I can try right there. I completely unplugged it and then plugged it back in. It could be Cox. That's what we forgetting here. This has done this one time before where it was just getting a busy tone. This is the only thing in my house that's operated by Cox Communications is the landline phone. So I'm gonna be honest when I tell you this is probably Cox. It's probably Cox, bro. Cox is just down or something. Cox don't need to go down during weather, bro. They go down at random times, you know. Usually in the most inopportune times. That's when Cox will strike. I don't have this cock sucks sticker right here just because I like saying cock sucks. You know, they fucking suck, dude. They the worst, bro. They the worst company on the planet, in my opinion. And I'm so glad that I don't have internet with them no more. I had it for so many years. Got held down, bro. I was in poverty because of Cox internet. And got AT&T fiber almost, a year and a half ago. And it's just been completely perfect. I mean, look at the stream. Dude, when I used to do streams with Cox internet running it, dude, the quality never looked like this. It would lag. You know, the upload speed was like 2. It was fucking gross, bro. So that's a win in itself. Yeah, no. Cox is down. That's what it is. Yeah, and that's what happened. Cox cut you out, Nola boy. I know you were about to really talk about something good, Dad, but going to practice tomorrow. No, I'm not going to practice tomorrow. I go on the radio on OTB at 9:15 a.m. So check them out, ESPN Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. I do that at 9:15 a.m. And then after that, I do All Being All Day. I'm usually like out the door by like 11:30 doing All Being All Day. By the time I'm done editing All Being All Day, I'm, you know, I don't want to say I'm tired, but I don't know, man. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. So, and I'm usually ready to watch Raw. Monday Night Raw, which is always awful. It's never good, but I always try to watch it because I'm a wrestling fan. Yeah, no, LSU better not lose week 1. I'm actually really thinking about going out there for that game. My buddy Smitty's been trying to get me to go, and you know I think we about to buy tickets, and I think I'm gonna do it, bro. I think I'm gonna go see LSU and Clemson out there. The last LSU away game that I went to, they played Ole Miss at Ole Miss, and they were up by 10 with 3 minutes left. And Ole Miss came back and won. I'll never forget that shit. Yeah, Chase 4K in the chat, bro. Legend. Fucking legend. Great human as well. Great human as well. Probably put the great human before legend. Just a great guy, bro. Y'all show some love for Chase 4K. I'm on one tonight. Cox holding Fish Fry. Fish Fry didn't get through tonight. Sorry about that, Fish Fry. Maybe we do another show during the week once Cox stops. That's a Cox issue, all the way. They just got the signal's out or something with that signal. Easton Stick, bro. Y'all dropping some quarterback names in here, dude. I can't believe Uncle Lester paid $5 for a super chat about Carson Wentz, dude. If I could refund you that, I would. DJ Trauma, Hulk Hogan restarting Jeezy 3 times was hilarious. Yeah. How about Hulk Hogan going to the Superdome and calling it the Silverdome? You know, Hulk Hogan's had a lot of like, wow, what a dumbass, you know, moments the last 15 years for sure. He called the Superdome the Silverdome, brother. That's, you know. Oh, as a Broncos, Patrick Hogan, as a Broncos fan, I understand y'all's pain, but the Saints need a rebuild. Yeah, and lucky for y'all get, I saw the headline this past week, Drew Brees spent 4 to 5 days with Bo Nix this offseason. And 4 to 5 days with Drew Brees, that's like a year. In Drew Brees' time. You spend 4 to 5 days with Drew Brees, motherfucker, you're going to come out a better person, better player, you know, a better everything. You spend 4 to 5 days with Drew Brees? 4 to 5 days with Drew Brees? Oh, bro. I mean, that's like being reincarnated after that, man. Can you imagine picking Drew Brees' brain for 4 to 5 days? That's a fucking year in Drew Brees' time. It really is. The phone's down. Yeah, I'm live. Cox, bro. Yeah, Cox screwed us, bro. Phone's been working all day, too, dude. It's crazy that Cox decided to do that right now. Yo, appreciate it, James. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, we're just gonna use this as a chat opportunity, man. I don't ever get to like sit here and look at the chat like that because I'm always fucking with the phone. So it was 4.5 days, BB13. 4.5 days. No, Drew didn't really fuck with Carl. Some people said he did. That's not true. Just because he took a picture with him at a golf event, that don't, you know, Drew's a good guy. He knows what he's got to do in front of media. Trust me. He's a pro. He knows, man. He had to do that. He had to take that picture with Derek Carr. He had to go golfing with Derek Carr in that event or whatever. He just knew he had to, you know. How many wins do we have this year, James Little? I'll be optimistic. I'll say 7 or 6. 7 or 6. Oh yeah, dude. Let's talk about the beer, dude. While we got some time. All right. So Respect Your Body Light. Here you go. Let's go through it real quick because a lot of people got questions about, oh, well, how much sugar, blah, blah, blah. And I'm with you, bro. Like, I care about this shit, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's in it and how light is it? Okay, so let's go through it real quick. This is the second year that Respect Your Body Light's dropping. August 27th in New Orleans at Abita Brewery in New Orleans. August 28th on the North Shore at the Abita Brewery. You have to get it at the brewery. They're not doing pre-orders and none of that stuff. You have to get it at the brewery. Man, if you know somebody and you don't want to drive out there, get them to grab it, whatever the case may be. And it's coming in 16-ounce cans, 4 packs, just like this, just like last year. 4.2% out. It's a light beer. This is for the people, bro. I don't want to waste nobody's time with a beer, dude. I want them to be able to smash it. I'm not into like, oh, drinking a beer and, you know, oh, that was good, you know, and then you don't really drink another one. No. I want you to smash these. That's why it's Respect Your Body Light. You know, the first step to respecting your body, you got to disrespect it first. 4.2% light blueberry beer, Louisiana blueberries. Let's go through the ingredients real quick. So 110 calories. I know it ain't no fucking, you know, Michelob Light or nothing like that. 110 calories. Respect your body. 5 grams of carbs. And then you're getting 1 gram of protein in there as well. 0 grams of fat. Motherfucker, 0 grams of fat. August 27th, August 28th, August 27th in New Orleans, August 28th in Abita, the release. Last year when it released, just in the Abita location, it sold out in 4 hours. So, yeah, it's a light, Popeye, it's a light beer. You know, it's really a sun beer too, you know, out in the heat. This dude, you know, people wanted me to make a fucking red bean beer when I got this opportunity last year. And I'm so glad that I don't listen to people. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But I'm so glad I went with my beer drinking heart. I'm glad I went with my beer drinking heart, dude. Because, again, I want a beer for the people. I want a beer that people are going to love. Every time they drink, they're like, man, I can't wait to drink another one. Whatever. A red bean beer, that's doing that for the internet. That's doing something for the internet. That's doing a trend. That's, you know, you can name this so many different ways. No. I want a beer for the people, dude. I want a good beer. And I was there when they concocted it. I'm going to be there when they making it again. And I stand by this beer, bro. To the point to where if you don't like it, please let me know. Like, seriously, bro. You know, light beer, respect your body. Yeah, I drink a red bean beer too, but I'm not going to drink it like I drink Respect Your Body Light. Dude, when this dropped last year, I went to Gulf Shores. We drank these bitches the whole week. Never was tired of them. Ice cold, it's amazing. It's amazing, man. Yeah. I'm so glad I went with my beer drinking heart, dude. You know, because if one thing I could tell you, I know beer. And Fish Fry says he's going to a beer tomorrow. Well, the beer's not going to be there till August 27th, 28th. I guess you're just going now. Dude, I haven't been on the phone with Cox in years. I used to go to war with him. I would hate to have to get on the phone with Cox again. Need some koozies. Well, I put koozies in all the merch, bags. So anybody that's bought merch from me knows that. And it's not all of them, but a lot of them. Sometimes I run out and I'll have to put other stuff in there. But anybody that buys merch, which, by the way, what a great day for merch, dude. I released merch this morning on the Lord's Day. A whole new line of merch. You know, people have been asking for the merch because the way that I am is I'll buy a bunch of merch, cash. I don't have no lines of credit. I don't have no people backing me to buy merch. None of that shit. I buy merch cash, bro. And fucking, I just hope that people will buy it, right? And it always has worked out, so it's a little easier for me to put out the money for the merch now, because people always have showed up and showed love. But I dropped the Respect Your Body line today, HTMsports.com/shop. Boy, when I tell you this shit is moving right now, this shit is moving, bro. We have sold a fuck ton of merch today, just since I dropped it this morning. HTMsports.com/shop. We got the Respect Your Body. Everything's comfort colors. I've always used comfort colors because it's just the best. It's just the best, man. We got the Respect Your Body Classic Blue. HTMsports.com/shop. I released the Red Bean League again. Second year in a row. Second football season in a row that I released the Red Bean League. These are all limited, bro. So nothing's guaranteed to come back. This is the Red Bean League. HTMsports.com/shop. And then also we got the Respect Your Body Ice Bath Pocket Shirt, Comfort Colors, Respect Your Body Ice Bath shirt that I released. And then lastly, we got the Hot Plate Heisman Memorial Trophy. All on HTMsports.com/shop. Definitely check that shit out, bro. Anybody that's ever ordered merch from me, you know, I'm just going to tell you, man, pushing 500K all-time sales in merch since 2020. All fire product. You go order merch from anybody. Now, I will say, I've gotten merch from Scrim and Suicide Boys and them. They do it right. They're going to give you shit in that cheddar. They give you shit in there, not just the shirt. A lot of times you order from people, they just send you a shirt and a poly mailer. Not even in a laminated bag. It's just, I'm talking about some of the most famous people on the planet I've ordered merch from, and it's just like in a poly mailer, just a shirt. And I'm like, okay. Dude, when you order HTM merch, bro, you getting shit from my sponsors. You're going to get like, and it's always different, but you're going to get stickers. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get, if I came out with a new line of merch, I'm getting stickers for that new line of merch. I'm putting that in the bag for the people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stickers ain't fucking cheap. Koozies, you know, you're going to get a Burkhardt sticker. There's all kinds of different shit that I put in the merch bags just to show my appreciation to the people that support me that, hey, dude, I'm not just throwing a shirt in a bag and sending it off to you. By the way, I do all the shipping. I do it from right here, dude. It's never changed. It's always been from right here. I ship every single fucking shirt from these hands. It's been that way since day one. And I got peace in it, bro, because I'll sit here, watch YouTube. Dude, I'll just go down the list of all the people that ordered merch, see where they from and shit. Dude, I mean, Hold the Mayo has sold merch in all 50 states, bro. You know, that's crazy when you really think about it. That's crazy. Like, even a motherfucker in Montana bought a shirt from Hold the Mayo. You know? So, I don't know, bro. I believe in the merch, bro. I think truly I could stop everything I'm doing and just sell merch for the rest of my life, and it's that good of a product the way I think, you know, people just love it, man. People love the illustration. Shout out to Burton, my designer. He just understands me. He understands, like, the textures that I want, how I want things to look, and I mean, look at the how do I? Oh, there it is. Look at the new HTM Live logo. You know, that's Burton. He just did that. So, man, draw me up a new font for HTM Live. Quick, bro. Easy. So, yeah, Wyoming, all that, bro. All that, bro. I'm still packing my own shit. Yeah, look, Uncle Lester, I've ordered from them too, dude. And it's no knock because I got a lot of friends that are in there. But, again, shirt and a poly mailer, that's it. You know. I can't, bro. Call it what you want. Call it I'm got a good heart. Call it, I love people, whatever. But I'm never going to just send you a fucking shirt and just a bag without anything. There's no way, dude. I can't do it. Been doing this for too long. Do a video of you putting those shirts out for shipping. I'll watch. I used to do those when I first started, but that's I don't know what it's called when like you show too much of your grind. Like people that always like, oh, I'm grinding. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like I learned real quick that, I don't know, it's just kind of an unappealing look. Even though you're doing the right thing, even though you are grinding, even though, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of unappealing. And why are you telling me that you grinding? Trial and error, bro. I had to learn all this shit, dude. So, any ham hats? I don't have hats right now. Hats are a little difficult. First of all, they cost so much, especially the kind of hats that we want. And then you got to get in with these guys, which I do have a connect to 47 brand. And he's just waiting on me. I just haven't he's a great dude, but we'll see. Hopefully by the end of the year, and it would be 47 hats because that's the hats. Oh, I love the Nick Underhill and Tracy Porter interviews. Those were definitely two of my favorite interviews I ever did. The All YB podcast is not done. It's just, let's just call it what it is. It's just stagnant right now. And that's really on me. It's on me to juggle all this stuff and find, and get the guests here, which the guests are there, bro. Like, the guests are there. I just got to do it. So that's on me. Corey with a K, that was another good one. Oh yeah, I wore my Yam Live shirt yesterday. I went to sleep in my Yam Live shirt last night. Appreciate it, TC. Zestiest moment in Saints history. Jake Hayner photo shoot or Ricky Williams and Dicka in wedding dress on cover of Sports Illustrated. I thought that the Ricky Williams and Dicka in a wedding dress was, it's crazy to say, but appropriate. I mean, we gave everything for this dude. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well have been married to him. We were. And it's crazy to think that just a couple years later, we draft Deuce McAllister, who, in my opinion, still is, I think Kamar is making a huge case here. And I was actually saying this at training camp. Kamar's got to be the best running back in Saints history when you really consider all things. But Deuce McAllister is the best running back in Saints history, still to this day to me. He was just amazing, dude. He was just amazing on such a bad team. Don't get me wrong, we had some good people on the O-line, but he was so amazing, man. I remember that streak of 100-yard games that he had. I remember what he would do to the Falcons. He was a problem for the Falcons, Deuce McAllister. Just like Joe Horn was a problem for teams. That's why I don't really like the Aaron Brooks slander, because, somebody had to get the ball to Joe Horn to make Joe Horn such a Saints legend, right? It was Aaron Brooks. So, you see how bad quarterback play can get. Right? Look at last year. That's how bad quarterback play in an offense can get. And it can get worse than that. You go look at some of these guys, man, like Kerry Collins when he was a Saints quarterback. There's so many names that pop. Danny Werfel, Todd Bowman, the Tollivers. Shit can get pretty bad, right? But Aaron Brooks was better than all of them. So I don't necessarily, and I think most people would agree, man, this guy, he is a Saints legend. See, Uncle Lester right here, Aaron Brooks is a top 4 all-time Saints QB. Okay, so who do you, let's see, let's figure this out. Obviously, Drew Brees is number 1. I guess number 2, you're going to put Archie? I guess. He never won a playoff game, and I guess Bobby's in there, and I guess Aaron Brooks is in there. But for me, like, I would say that Aaron Brooks, he won a playoff game, bro. Like, people lived and died and didn't see the Saints win a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did it. So at the lowest I can put Brooks in the top 4 Saints quarterbacks of all time would be 3. It would be 3 for me. I'm putting Archie Manning 4. You know, you want to debate whether it's Bobby Hebert or Aaron Brooks for 2 and 3, have a day. But yeah. I got to put Archie 4, dude. He ran for his life. And look, this is obviously I wasn't alive, so I can't be as confident in what I'm saying here about Archie, but everything I've ever seen, man, Archie Manning was running for his fucking life, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be a top whatever quarterback when you running for your life. Charlie throwing the helmet against the Jets, bro. I was we getting some No. Boo Daddy. I see you in the comments. Jeff Blake for a year was good. He only played like I think it was like 11 weeks, 8 weeks. It was something like that. He was good, and we were very excited about Jeff Blake. That was a huge signing for the Saints at the time. But Aaron Brooks is the one who came in that same year that Jeff Blake got hurt. And the torch was passed to Aaron Brooks for long term after that. There you go. Uncle Lester, there it is. Remember, Jeff Blake went 7-3 as a Saint. He was great in the short. He was. But you can't put him as top 4 Saints quarterback because he didn't play long enough. Yeah, he didn't play long enough. But he definitely was good. He was what we thought he would be. For sure. Mario Bates, running back. Bobby did get his top first playoff game. Absolutely. Alvin Kamara is what we were thinking when we drafted Reggie Bush. I still love Reggie Bush as a Saint. Like, I still thought, I mean, think about it. His first year, Reggie Bush as a Saint, this is a guy who was running backwards and everywhere in college. His first year as a Saint, he was still doing that stuff. Very productive year. Dude, there was one game I went to that year. Pretty sure it was that year. If not, it was the year after. But it was, we were playing the 49ers. And Reggie Bush had 4 rushing touchdowns. One of them he should have housed, but he got to the 10-yard line and the ball popped out of, nobody was even by him. He was running like this and the ball popped out of bounds. I mean, dude, Reggie Bush has a lot of highlight games as a Saint. I mean, that same year, the Bears game, what he did against the Bears after the first half, we came out, the wheel route, Reggie Bush walking it out, pointing at Urlacher. So many returns. I mean, his first ever touchdown against Tampa Bay that year, the punt return. It's bigger than just football with Reggie Bush for me because the Saints were so down and out and Katrina, all this shit. And the only person that got asses in seats that year was the pure miracle that Reggie Bush had fallen to the Saints at 2. That's what got everybody into the dome again. Nobody knew Drew Brees was going to be a Hall of Famer. Nobody knew Sean Payton was going to do what Sean Payton did. Nobody knew that. We knew that, hey, holy shit, we just got Reggie Bush. That's what we knew, bro. And he was the pioneer of that, bro. And he had a good rookie year. I mean, dare I say great. He when you look at how Sean Payton's offense wound up, turning out those next few years, he was perfect for that offense. There's been a lot of guys that have come into the Saints offense that maybe didn't get 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, look at Kamara last year. I think he had 997 rushing yards. Like, nobody's going to look at Kamara and be like, oh, dude, Kamara sucks. It's just how the offense has been. Using a bunch of different running backs. It was, the Reggie Bush Arizona game in the playoffs, the Super Bowl year. You know, the Minnesota game, I was there for the Minnesota game. We lost this game, but Reggie Bush should have housed 3 punts. He tripped up on the logo on the third one. Guy was unconscious, man. Nobody could catch him. Even in the pros. You know how hard that is in the pros? To where nobody can catch you like that? I mean, this guy was fucking electric, bro. 06 Madden, don't even get me started, dude. Reggie Bush on 06 Madden was a fucking problem. He was a problem. Marcus Colson, all-time sleep receiver, of course. Absolutely. Should have gotten a Pro Bowl. Should have gotten a Pro Bowl. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there was a lot of great receivers at the time, but yeah, Reggie was swaggy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still got the image of Jolon Dunbar smashing that guy on one of them Reggie Bush punt returns the night of the Minnesota and doing the this thing right here. You know, I was at a lot of those games. To be honest with you, I couldn't sleep with missing one. So that's one thing I'm most grateful for is I was there for really, seriously, bro, like 90% of the Drew Brees era games. Reggie Bush got Kim Kardashian to come. Reggie Bush had a black-on-black Hummer that at the time, Hummers was so fucking tight, bro. They were so tight. So just to see a black-on-black Hummer in the parking garage, in the Superdome, is like, that's Reggie's Hummer. Holy shit. Reggie's fucking Hummer, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Jimmy Graham, he'll probably be at one of the games this year starting the Who Dat chant, if I had to imagine. Yeah, the 09 Miami touchdown. Yeah. Just all super memorable. All super memorable, bro. But yeah, I got Kamara. I think Kamara should be considered the best Saints running back all time. I think Deuce was the best pure Saints running back all time. Pure running back, just uphill. You got to show Mark Ingram some love in this. I mean, he was great. Dalton Hilliard. So, yeah, the phone's out, man. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to figure out what happened with that. And super weird, man. It's probably something stupid, but I would guess that it's Cox, man. I would guess that it's Cox for sure. I can't put Pierre Thomas top 3. I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't. I love him to death. I can't put him top 3. No way. Yeah, I mean, Ingram could make a case in that top 3. Dalton Hilliard obviously makes a case. A lot of these guys that be mentioned in the chat right now, like I see some Chris Ivory mentions. We could go down the list, man. There's a lot of guys that Pierre Thomas, Mike Bell was another one. I mean, think about Mike Bell during the Super Bowl year. You want to talk about hard fought yards? Fucking Mike Bell. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of guys that have came in and done the job great. But when we talking about like long-time Saints running backs, for me, it's Kamara, Deuce. Whether you want to put Mark Ingram or Dalton Hilliard at 3, whatever way you want to go with that. And then I think you can start talking about like Pierre Thomas. Darren Sproles, you would have to consider a little short of a stint. But you definitely would have to consider. Restart the router. Okay. Yeah, I could try it. Yeah, it could have just been that Ethernet port. You're right. Good job, Nola boy. That might have fixed it. Let's see. Okay. Kyrie Robinson. Don't Joik Bell me. Kyrie Robinson. Great saying. One of my favorites was CJ Spiller. How? How was one of your favorites CJ Spiller? Because of one play against Dallas? CJ Spiller was 100% not what we thought he was going to be as a Saint. I don't know how that's one of your favorite players. My boy said CJ Spiller. All-time playoff touchdowns as a Saint. Hilliard 1. Tied with Ingram. I don't understand. Uncle Les, I don't understand you. Okay, I thought you were doing like a top 5. My bad. Okay. Hilliard 1. Ingram 1. Kamara 4. Pierre Thomas 4. Reggie 5. One thing that you didn't have to worry about Reggie Bush, bro. When them lights were bright, I'm telling you, dude. I mean, even the play that everybody talks about against the Eagles when he got smashed by, I think it was what, Sheldon Brown? He scored the next drive. Reggie Bush scored it. Dude, you get smashed like that in a football game today, you're not coming back. Reggie Bush came back the next drive and scored. No, that didn't fix it. Yeah, Adrian Peterson. Dude, Mike Bell was a dog, bro. That dude was a fucking dog, dude. How is Queen not like a little baby Zion? The dude's like beta Zion. Queen's out with a hand injury. He's going to be reevaluated in 11 weeks. We already got that. Marcus Williams in ring. Willie Roaf. A lot of people like to talk about the Joe Horn, Willie Rose shit whenever Willie Rose brought up. It's like the most brought up. When Willie Rose name's brought up, people always talk about the Joe Horn shit. Like, I had somebody on Twitter like, hey, man, I got something. He goes, I got a story I could tell you about Willie Rose and Joe Horn. I'm like, dude, I'm from here, bro. You think I never heard the Joe Horn, Willie Rose? I heard that shit when I was a kid. I don't think it was Trotter. I don't. And that's without me even looking. I'm pretty sure it was Sheldon Brown, or I don't think it was Trotter, dude. It wasn't. It was a DB. No, it wasn't. That lit up Reggie Bush and no. I'm not even looking nothing up. No. It was not Trotter. Somebody in the chat confirm who it was, the Eagles player. I think it was Sheldon Brown or yeah, Sheldon Brown. Yeah. It wasn't Trotter, dude. Come on, man. Damn, Boo Williams just got dropped in the chat. Shout out Boo Williams. Shout out Boo Williams, bro. Sammy Knight. Oh, my God, bro. Sammy Knight was one of my favorites, bro. Because that's back when we really didn't have a lot of guys that stood out. Sammy Knight was a star, bro. He's going to the Pro Bowl and shit. Man, shout out Sammy Knight, bro. Boo Williams. Where did Boo Williams go to school? I forget. I used to know. Do I have another phone cord? I don't know if that's what it is. I'm going to figure it out. Regardless. But Nola boy, it didn't happen until you called in. That's one thing we got to remember here. That it never happened until you called in. So I probably just got to reset the router for the like the phone landline router Fred McAfee. Fred McAfee was always on the kickoff return. He was always the second guy back there. It was like Michael Lewis and Fred McAfee, you know. But that was the two. And then Fred McAfee got a little run whenever we were real bad. Fred McAfee got a little run at running back, which so many other. I mean, y'all remember Aaron Stecker? Like everybody was getting a shot to run the ball at this time. Yeah, dude. Man, y'all dropping some names, bro. And I'm going to tell you right now, I recognize every one of them. Fred Thomas, one of the worst corners of all time. Him and Jason David, to me, and Brandon Brown, the worst Saints corners of all time. And go ahead and throw Stanley Jean-Baptiste in there, but he wasn't here long enough to where you could really, he was awful from the get-go. I can't believe we used a second-round pick on Stanley Jean-Baptiste. When the stream ends, power cycle your modem and rather unplug. Yeah, see, Nola Darkness. Nola Darkness knows. Nola Darkness knows. I just don't have time to do that right now. So we're doing a chat show. Eli Apple wasn't as bad as all those other guys I just mentioned. I mean, he sucks as a human, and he was toast a lot, but he wasn't as bad. Dude, Fred Thomas, bro, let me tell you something. Against the Bears in that NFC Championship game, Mushin Muhammad gave Fred Thomas life-ending business. Life-ending business the entire game, dude. Mushin Muhammad. Kyle Orton was throwing him the ball. Mushin Muhammad. And then Mushin Muhammad, had a stint with Carolina, went to the Bears. He was a vet, dude. Like, he was working Fred Thomas that entire game, dude. Fred Thomas was cooked all the time, bro. And, Fred Thomas had the audacity to have the cast on his arm that season. It was like you thought his play was bad as it is. When he put the cast on and they were putting him out there to go play corner, he was awful, dude. He was awful, man. He was awful. Jarius Bird, but yeah, he's a safety, but yeah. I mean, if we're just saying like DBs in general, that kind of changed throughout the years because we used to only look at DBs as corners and we used to look at safeties as safeties. But now it's like everything's DBs and shit. Same thing they do with like linebackers and stuff now. It was Orton, that game. I want to say that Grossman came back for the Super Bowl, which was against the Colts. That was the Colts Super Bowl that they won. And remember, it started off, Devin Hester returned the kick in the Super Bowl. That's how it started off. And, yeah, Colts wound up winning. But I'm pretty confident without looking that when we played the Bears, it was Kyle Orton who was that quarterback. Could be wrong. Dude, Bo said Jairus Bird blocked him on Twitter. John Jones blocked me. But, you know why John Jones blocked me on Twitter? And this was 4 or 5 years ago. 4 years ago. He blocked me on Twitter because I kept putting Derek Lewis GIFs in his comments because I wanted him to fight Derek Lewis. And John Jones probably schools Derek Lewis. But I just thought that Derek Lewis had that chance, bro, to knock him out. How many times have we seen Derek Lewis fight? It don't matter what you good at. I don't care if you a king at on the ground and all that stuff. Dude, all it takes is one punch. Derek Lewis knock you out. I mean, we see it. So he's got the most knockouts in UFC history. So, I mean, in heavyweight history for sure. I'm not sure in complete history, but definitely in heavyweight history. But he blocked me for that because I kept putting the Derek Lewis, like when he gets on his stomach and does the snake thing after he wins, I kept putting it in his comments, like everything he tweeted. He blocked me for it. John Jones has got to be the most insecure fucking UFC fighter of all time. Seriously. And he still shows it to this day. It's crazy. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, John Jones blocking me is lit. You know, and I never feel better about that John Jones block than when Derek Lewis has a performance like he did a month ago. I'm always like, damn, bro, it's so worth it. Yeah, and look, I get it. John Jones is light years better all around than Derek Lewis. Trust me, I get that. I watch enough UFC to know this, but punch his chance, man. Look, bro, they talking about Aspinall's about to fight Cyril Gane, but I'm gonna tell you, Derek Lewis versus Aspinall, like the people would want to see that. Derek Lewis is one of the most likable guys in UFC, and he's actually doing good again. I mean, his only title shot that I remember was against Cormier, and bro, like Derek Lewis didn't even care at that time, dude. He didn't even really care, dude. He was just literally getting in there. You know, if I knock you out, I knock you out. He's definitely more mature now. He knows the game way more. I'm not saying he's really good on the ground, but he's probably a little better. You know, but Cormier, world-class wrestler, bro. More than y'all just dropping all legendary Saints names. I love it. Hey, do me a favor, thumbs up on the stream, bro. Phone's down tonight, so we're doing like a chat interactive show, which I've really enjoyed, by the way. But we all about to close it out because I'm almost at 2 hours. And yeah, I'd appreciate thumbs up on the stream. We about to be cooking, bro. We're about to be in the football season. You know, we've went a whole off season just kind of like grabbing at things to talk about. You know, what's going on? Who died? You know, what's going to happen with the Saints? What's going to happen without any football being played? We've just been grabbing at things. But, dude, what an off season, bro. We made it. 0 Thursdays left without football until February. So that's a plus. We that much closer. And, yeah, bro, just excited to see what these teams do, whether it's the Saints, whether it's LSU, whether it's Tulane. I mean, don't sleep on Tulane, bro. They got the coach. They got the coach, bro. I can tell you that. Yeah, no Derek Carr. You know, the Derek Carr retirement show is probably my favorite show all time, HTM Live. It was so spiritual, bro. I mean, if you didn't feel it, that show, that was absolutely spiritual. My beer is available August 27th and August 28th. August 27th, it'll be available in New Orleans at the Abita Brewery in New Orleans. You got to go there. And then August 28th, it'll be on the North Shore at Abita Brewery on the North Shore. Limited amount. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to get that. You know, the reason why I think it sold out so quick last year is they were taking online pre-orders. So half of it was sold just online before it even dropped. So once the drop day came, you know, it sold out in a few hours altogether. This year, they're not doing online pre-orders, so, you know, it could be there for a couple of days. Don't feel like, oh, man, if I don't get it Thursday, I'm fucking out. You know, if I don't get it Friday, I'm fucking out. Like, not necessarily, Kenny Powers. Like, you could still be in. You know, don't, because a lot of people are going to say, oh, man, I'm working. And I get it, you know, so maybe just go Saturday. All right, I'm about to be out of here. Don't forget, man, I got merch. We got the Hot Plate Memorial Trophy merch, hgmsports.com/shop. We got the Respect Your Body Ice Bath, Comfort Colors Pocket shirt, hgmsports.com/shop. We got the Red Bean League back in stock, and we got more new Respect Your Body shit in the shop. Do me a favor, man. Sub to the YouTube. This is what HTM Live. It's the home of HTM Live. And I'm also on Apple and Spotify. HTM Live on Apple and Spotify. Hold the man. I'm on everything, bro. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I'm on Twitch. Snow Like John on Twitch. JON on Twitch. And Nola Boy, drop the Discord link, bro, for the community. We got a nice community in the Discord. Y'all have a great week. It's been a great show. I'm out of here.